Have you ever wondered what would happen if Invincible suddenly appeared in the boys' universe? Imagine Mark Grayson, a hero from a world where real heroes risk everything to protect innocent lives, being dropped into a universe where almost every hero or supe is more interested in fame, money, and public image than actually saving people. The story begins when Angstrom Levy attacks Mark, throwing him through one dimension after another. During the chaos, Mark crashes straight into the boys' universe. Almost immediately, he notices a robbery taking place and rushes in to stop it. Before he can finish, a train arrives and tells Mark to stay out of it because this is his territory. With cameras filming everything, a train wants all the attention for himself. Mark couldn't care less. When a train tries to grab him and hold him back, Mark doesn't move an inch. At that moment, a train realizes this newcomer is at least as powerful as Homelander. Trying to save face, a train races toward the robbers anyway. Mark casually flies past him, leaving the so-called fastest man in the boys behind. A train can reach roughly 2,300 miles per hour. That sounds impressive until you remember that Mark can travel at a fraction of the speed of light, around 28 times faster. From Mark's perspective, a train is practically standing still. Everyone watching is left speechless. The footage spreads across the news. The boys Huey, Billy Butcher, and Mother's Milk immediately become interested in this mysterious new hero and begin thinking about recruiting him. Homelander reacts very differently. Instead of excitement, he feels threatened. A hero this powerful appearing out of nowhere could destroy everything he's built as the world's greatest hero. At this point in the timeline, Stormfront has already joined the Seven. The team is operating at its strongest. Stormfront advises Homelander not to attack immediately. Instead, she suggests talking to Mark first to determine whether he's another fake hero like them or someone who genuinely wants to protect people. If he's the real thing, then he becomes their biggest problem. Meanwhile, Mark is still trying to understand this strange new world. After watching its heroes for a while, he quickly realizes most of them are corrupt. As long as he's trapped here, he decides he'll do what he always does: save innocent people. Homelander and Vought repeatedly try to contact him. But every time Mark finishes rescuing someone, he disappears before anyone can catch him. Nobody is fast enough. Eventually, Homelander creates his own opportunity. He secretly arranges a fake bank robbery, planning to arrive as the hero while waiting for Mark to show up. As expected, Mark appears. Homelander introduces himself and tries to start a conversation. Mark completely ignores him. Instead, he defeats every criminal in only a couple of seconds. As Mark prepares to leave, Homelander grabs his arm. The instant he feels Mark's strength, he immediately lets go. His instincts tell him everything he needs to know. Homelander's durability is often estimated around mountain level. Mark, on the other hand, comfortably reaches small planet levels of power. The difference is enormous. Homelander may be arrogant, but he isn't foolish enough to ignore that feeling. Changing tactics, he politely invites Mark to join the Seven. He even offers him a meeting with Vought. Mark refuses without hesitation. He tells Homelander he already knows nearly every hero in this universe is fake. He'd rather die than work alongside them. That answer destroys Homelander's ego. Not only has Mark rejected him, but he's also stolen the spotlight as the world's greatest hero. So Vought creates a plan to eliminate him. They stage a fake terrorist attack, throw the city into chaos, and intend to blame everything on Invincible. Once the public believes Mark is the villain, every supe, the military, and the Seven can attack him together. Homelander convinces himself that those numbers will finally be enough. The only problem, he still has no idea how powerful Mark really is. Starlight discovers the plan and secretly warns the boys. Everyone agrees they need to help Mark. At the same time, they realize this could be their best opportunity to bring down both Homelander and Vought. To lure Mark into the open, Vought releases a dangerous supe into the city. Even though Mark recognizes it as a trap, he still shows up to protect civilians. He knocks the villain unconscious with a single punch. That is all the military needs. They immediately open fire. Mark destroys their weapons within seconds without harming any soldiers. The bullets accomplish absolutely nothing, but they were never meant to. The gunfire is simply a distraction. While Mark focuses on the military, every type of supe attacks together. Speedsters, powerhouses, psychics, and countless others with unusual abilities. Mark continues holding back because he believes they're simply misguided heroes. He doesn't realize that many of them are violent criminals responsible for countless deaths. With one massive clap, Mark wipes out half the attackers. Using his incredible speed, he defeats the rest almost instantly. Then, something unexpected happens. Homelander fires his heat vision. It doesn't hurt Mark, but it distracts him just long enough. Stormfront follows with a blast of electricity. Unlike bullets or punches, the electricity travels through Mark's body and causes real internal damage. Because electricity passes through the body instead of simply hitting the surface, it manages to bypass part of his durability. Even so, his internal organs are tough enough to prevent serious injury. Stormfront becomes the first person in this universe to genuinely hurt him. Even then, it's only a minor injury. Mark prepares to attack Stormfront. A train interrupts him while Homelander throws punch after punch. Neither accomplishes much. Every time Mark tries to respond, Stormfront strikes him again with lightning. When the Deep jumps into the fight, Mark casually blows him away with a single breath. Watching from nearby, Queen Maeve finally joins the battle. She starts attacking while Homelander holds Mark in place. Mark could easily break free if he stopped holding back, but he still refuses to kill them. At that moment, Starlight arrives. She unleashes a massive flash of light, temporarily blinding everyone including Mark. She tells him to follow her. Trusting the person who just helped him, Mark agrees. She leads him to the boys' hideout. Everyone welcomes him. Butcher decides to test just how invincible Mark really is. Using temporary Compound V, Butcher attacks with laser vision and enhanced strength. Nothing works. He can't even scratch Mark. For the first time, Butcher believes they might actually defeat Homelander. Unfortunately, Vought has been tracking Starlight through a hidden chip inside her body. Maeve warns her. Starlight knows the risk. She asks Maeve to finally stand against Vought and do the right thing. Maeve agrees. Soon afterward, every member of the Seven, countless soups, and Vaught's military descend on their location. Starlight blinds everyone with another flash. During those few seconds, Mark defeats Black Noir, the Deep, and several other soups. Stormfront fights back. This time, Starlight, Maeve, and Kamiko work together against her while the boys battle the military. To be fair, Homelander is still incredibly dangerous. His heat vision travels close to light speed, and his durability is unmatched within his own universe. But none of that matters against someone who has survived a nuclear explosion and moves faster than Homelander can even react. Homelander attacks anyway. The fight is completely one-sided. His lasers barely affect Mark. Eventually, he realizes he can't win and tries to escape. Mark catches him by the cape and slams him into the ground. Stormfront and the remaining members of the Seven rush in to help. But by now, Butcher has revealed everything. Homelander's crimes. What happened to Becca? How Vought covered up years of corruption. And how most soups abused their powers instead of protecting people. That changes everything. Mark finally stops holding back. The Deep and Black Noir are torn apart. Mark grabs Stormfront by the head and rips it from her body, ending the fight instantly as a tear rolls down her face. The remaining soups panic and try to flee. It's too late. Mark races across the city within seconds. He kills Stan Edgar and returns carrying his head. Then he begins hunting down every criminal soup connected to Vought. Homelander attempts one final escape. Maeve and Starlight delay him just long enough. Although Homelander defeats them, Mark arrives before he can get away. Desperate, Homelander tries manipulating Mark. He compares him to Omni-Man, reminding Mark that his own father was once celebrated as the greatest hero before revealing his true nature. The comparison pushes Mark over the edge. He punches Homelander into the sky. When Homelander crashes back down, Mark breaks his spine. Then he tears off his arms and legs before destroying both of his eyes. Compound V keeps Homelander barely alive. Mark decides someone else deserves the final blow. He calls Butcher over. Without hesitation, Butcher shoves a grenade into Homelander's mouth. The explosion kills him from the inside. Finally getting justice for Becca, Butcher breaks down in tears. Afterward, the world celebrates Invincible as the hero who exposed the frauds controlling society. Mark gives a public speech, reminding everyone that true heroes exist to protect people, not exploit them. He warns the world that if corrupt heroes or powerful companies ever abuse innocent people again, he'll return. Just as he finishes speaking, Angstrom Levy opens another portal. Mark is pulled back into the multiverse. The boys' universe isn't completely free of soups afterward, but they're no longer treated like untouchable gods. People finally understand that, powers or not, soups are still people, and they should be held accountable for their actions. That's it for this story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stick around for more videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.